How about we introduce all of ourselves?
Hi, I'm Gianni, and I'm sitting here with two beautiful black ebony queens. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves.
I'm Tiffany.
I'm Alexandria.
And what we're going to be discussing today is trans in the media, trans life, and some of you might have not known, but these are trans women. And we're just going to go through some of the issues, some of the struggles, so that people in society and stigma can see what trans women go through. We're going to start by asking you guys how your day was.
Hi, I'm Alexandria. My day was kind of crazy today because, I'm waiting for everything to come, and, it seemed like it's taking a long time, but I'm legally Alexandra Carter now, and I'm really happy and excited about that. But it's just the process of waiting for everything, and that process usually takes kind of like between a week and 2 weeks for it to come. But it's almost been 2 weeks, and it's like I haven't got it yet. So it's like my day has been very overwhelming because I can't stop myself from wanting it so bad. But today has been very stressful for me.
Okay. What about you, Tiffany?
My day was less stressful, but a lot of drama. It's no shade. But my thing was, like, I'm going through the same thing with Miss Carter's doing, because I'm legally changing my thing. In which I'm doing everything right. Legally, I'm getting changed to Tiffany just for Wallace. So that's the accomplishment to me. So once that's fully accomplished, I'm more happy, more successful, and I can just go on about my day-to-day life.
Well, some of the issues that I wanted to talk about were some of the basics. Some people, look at trans women and don't know the actual backstory. They're so quick to judge them, staring at them as they walk out. So I wanted to go on the inside of you guys' lives, if that's okay. Start with the basics, such as the process. How does it make you feel? How does society make you feel? And, what is the hardest things about transitioning?
Well, the thing is, being a trans woman of color nowadays in this lifetime can be very difficult, and the things that we have to go through, and like our name change process, starting the hormone therapy, and all these things that we have to go through just to be happy about who we feel we want to be on the inside and who we are. That process of changing our whole outer, what is the word for it? Appearance to match who we are on the inside. And I think that people confuse it. People think that being trans is about hiding the fact that we were born biologically a male. And it's not about hiding.
I want to stop you and interrupt you for a second. For those who don't know, if either one of you want to elaborate, what is a transgender woman?
A transgender woman, I'm sorry. A transgender woman is basically somebody who used to be, like me, I'm gonna use myself as a person. I used to be male. Now I'm transitioning into a female. So basically that's what a transgender person is.
It's transitioning, and it's an everlasting transition. It's not something that stops. It's forever. It's a forever transition, and it's about really creating. I wouldn't say creating, but I wouldn't say transforming either. What is the word I'm trying to think of?
Basically, you guys didn't wake up and say,
right.
"Oh, I want to be a woman."
Absolutely.
Oh no.
No. When you were, little, did you guys have feminine characteristics?
I had a lot of feminine characteristics, and I've never played with sports action figures or anything like that, and I never played video games. I always played with baby dolls, and I always, played with the girls, and and my nieces growing up, they're around the same age as me, so I interacted a lot with my nieces and my sister, and and I've never felt the need. I've never felt that I was a boy. I've always felt that there was something about me that was different.
I was somewhat different because my mom always made sure I was playing sports and stupid stuff like that. But I always knew because I always be playing with my mom's wigs.
Same thing.
It's so funny because I'll be playing with my mom's wigs, get her stilettos, get her pumps,
me too.
turn her shirts into dresses, and just play around and play little Barbies.
Yes.
I don't care. My favorite doll was Ariel.
Absolutely.
Red hair.
You know, and see, for me too, you know, like basically what Tiffany was saying too is like, I used to take shirts when I was young and put them over my head and pretend it was hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always knew that it was something different about myself, and I always knew that there's something not quite right, you know, about this body that I have.
Right. So how do you know when you're not just a gay boy and when you know that you want to be a woman? What's the difference?
The difference is it's an internal thing. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, and I could be wrong, but a gay male is someone that knows that they identify as male. They don't feel the need to change or alter their appearance, or they feel internally that I am a male and I was born a male, and they're okay with that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I knew and I know that I am trans. It's not something that I woke up one day and decided to be. I decided to accept the fact that I'm trans, but it's not who I thought about being. It's just who I am. You know, it's just genuinely who I am.
With me, it was different because I always knew I was a girl. Like, I didn't feel comfortable being a boy and wearing boy clothes. Every time I put a suit on or wear shorts or something, I had to have like a feminine twist with it. I just couldn't just go out and like I just couldn't go out and push me. I had to do something to make me feel more feminine. Put makeup on or something. I just couldn't do it. I just knew I was a girl.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, in society, I want to talk about also walking everyday life as a trans woman, how society perceives a trans woman. I noticed that when walking alongside a trans woman, it's an eye catcher. And, you know, people are judgmental, as I said before, but I want to know some of you guys' personal experiences with society just really being, you know, hard. I want to know a personal experience that just, you know.
How many experiences do you want? Because I got a couple of stories, baby.
Well, I just want
one
specific, because I want people to know the hardship that
what it is to be
a trans woman.
And you know, it's an everlasting battle, and it's not something that can ever end. And I feel like as trans women, it's our responsibility to really educate people about who we are. And you know, it's very difficult being trans, period. But when you're trans and you're African American, you know, that makes it that much tougher. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to find jobs. It's hard to, you know what I'm saying, walk down the street and not get judged and stared at, regardless of how passable or pretty you may be. People still kind of know your tea or whatever you want to call it. You know, expect it. You know what I'm saying?
So do you think that is why trans women, you know, are just resulted to prostitution?
Absolutely. I think that a lot of trans women become very discouraged and they become afraid of getting out there, looking for a job, feeling good about themselves. And society tells us that, you know what, we're trans and, you know, we're a joke and we won't never be able to find a job. But it's starting to change a lot more now because trans people are starting to go to school and get degrees and find jobs and, you know, to be successful. So it's difficult and it's still hard, but you know, it's an everlasting battle.
Right.
Okay. Well, you know, I want to wrap this up really quickly. So I want to talk about some of the dialects. Some people address trans women as trannies.
Oh, don't say that word.
T-girls.
Yes, very disrespectful.
I hate that. That's very disrespectful.
You know, and
or the one that said that's a man.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy is that you can always hear people whispering. And my thing is that, you know, and you know, we have this type of bond. I mean, I've been places and you know, he's seen me react how I, you know, because I don't like disrespect. You know, you can stare at me, I can't stop you from staring, but when you're looking at me in a certain way and you're whispering about me, you're like, that's a man. And you know what I'm saying? I just think that it's disrespectful.
And I mean, same thing, like, me personally, like, when people say, oh, that's a man,
you can still hear them.
Like, you can still hear them. And I feel so disrespected. And it's like a soft, it kills your confidence just a little bit.
It definitely kills your confidence.
Just a little bit. But at the end of the day, you gotta rise up and say, look, this is who I am. This is who I'm going to be. And you have to have that mindset, like, I'm the fabulous diva. It's whatever.
It's almost like you have to have an ego, you know, because if you don't have an ego being trans, then you would be squashed. you have to keep your confidence in, you know, regardless of what people think about you, what people feel, because at the end of the day, everybody has flaws, and it is what it is, and we're going to be who we are, and that's that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you know that even though I'm not a trans, I'm allied with the trans, and I want you to know that we are out here fighting. And you know, it's really hard, and society makes it harder for these women to survive. You don't know what type of hardships they go through. You don't know their backstories. So why should you be so judgmental? I encourage everybody to support the trans generation because they're here and they're not going anywhere. Thank you again, ladies, for doing this. This has been an amazing experience. I love trans community, and I just want you to know that I'm one of y'all biggest supporters.
You're my brother, of course.
All right.
All right. Mwah. Mwah. Thanks, you guys.